What if I told you that a single mistake turned a quiet Soviet town into a radioactive ghost city, and that the real story was hidden for years? This isn't just a disaster, it's a ticking time bomb of secrets, lies, and invisible death. Stay with me, because once you hear what really happened at Chernobyl, you'll never look at nuclear energy the same way again. The 25th of April, 1986. The people of Pripyat went about their day like normal. Kids played in the park, workers clocked in, families made dinner. But beneath the surface of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, a deadly test was already underway. The test was simple on paper: simulate a power outage and see if the backup generators could keep the reactors cool. But the execution? A disaster waiting to happen. Operators, most of them in shock, didn't even realize the reactor was gone. Some were still flipping switches, trying to follow the test protocol as alarms blared. One man even walked directly to the core and didn't live long enough to regret it. Radiation has no smell, no taste, no color, but it kills, slowly and painfully. People in Pripyat saw the glowing graphite blocks scattered around the plant and picked them up out of curiosity, not knowing it was radioactive death in their hands. Within hours, firefighters began vomiting. Their skin burned. They had no protective gear, just basic uniforms and courage. And still, the Soviet government told the public nothing. The USSR kept the explosion a secret. No evacuation, no warning. Kids went to school. Families had picnics, all while deadly radiation was raining down like invisible ash. It wasn't until Swedish scientists noticed a radioactive spike thousands of miles away that the world realized something terrible had happened in the USSR. Only then, 36 hours later, did the Soviets begin evacuating Pripyat. Over 49,000 residents were told they had to leave, but only for a few days. They packed light, left pets behind, locked their doors. They never returned. Today, Pripyat remains frozen in time. School books still on desks, dolls in beds, shoes by the doors. Many of the first responders died painfully, skin sloughing off, organs failing. Doctors didn't know how to treat such radiation burns. Hospitals ran out of space. Entire rooms were sealed off because they became contaminated by the victims themselves. But the Soviets continued to downplay the event, even as Europe panicked. Enter the liquidators, soldiers, miners, and volunteers who were sent in to clean up the mess. Many didn't know the true danger. Some were told they were heroes. Others were told nothing. They were given just 90 seconds on the roof of the reactor to shovel radioactive debris back in before their dose of radiation became fatal. Helicopters dropped sand and boron. A sarcophagus was built to entomb the reactor, but the damage was already done. The Chernobyl disaster exposed the cracks in Soviet secrecy, science, and pride. It led to thousands of thyroid cancer cases, birth defects, abandoned cities, global fear of nuclear power. It was also the final crack that many believe accelerated the fall of the Soviet Union itself. Chernobyl was more than an explosion. It was a warning of what happens when truth is buried and pride is placed above people's lives. But here's the chilling question. Could it happen again?